Yeah. Um. Just give me 1 second. See if I can set this up in such a way that. If I push this here, this here. Yeah, man. Shalom. Uh. Yeah, shalom. Um. Coming to you in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Yeah. Yeah, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Barakatam. And pretty much, man. Let me see if I can get this more. Yeah, that's gonna have to do, man. Yeah, Salakia for the camera or whatever, man. I tried to do the screen lessons live in the live stream screen lessons, but for whatever reason, man, let's see if it's gonna work now. You go on the live streaming, then it gives this stupid message, 500 internal severe error, something went wrong, so it's not allowing me to currently do the live stream via the screen, the on-screen live stream lesson. So lucky about that. you know at first I was kind of pissed, but gets like that. You just gotta work around it, man. That's just the Lord sending Satan on another mission, another minor mission, but we bounce back. So still able to go live, Bhakti Alba Hashem Yahshai, just that it's in this format. Pretty much. um yeah, I ain't got nothing particular in mind, so this is just gonna be a quick various topics video, and we'll see where the spirit goes. It might be short. Get it? The internet seemed to have cut out. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're back on. Yeah, man. Satan's playing games today, man. But yeah, man. Just gotta work around it. Anyhow, like I said, I haven't got any specific topic to go into, but yeah. Let's just see where the spirit goes. Anyways, a lot of people talking about the law, and we know that there's 613 laws, and I'm on this website. It says Judaism 101, and Judaism as a whole is not entirely scriptural, man. That's just a perversion of the truth. But for the purpose of easy access, this website has the laws in sections and their numbering from 1 to 613. And the point being is, man, that in fact I want to get into the miracles of the Lord. I want to touch on that through the spirit, but just a quick passing point. You can't keep the laws fully, man. We cannot keep the laws 100%. It's impossible to keep the laws 100% on this side, man. First of all, because we're not in our kingdom, okay? We're not in rule, as it were, okay? There's certain groups out there talking about keep the law, keep the law, keep the law, as if it's the law that's going to get you beamed up into the chariots, man. First of all, the law is not going to get you beamed up into the chariots. And second of all, even if it could, you wouldn't make it. Because why? You can't keep the law perfectly, man. You know, let's just see a couple of these, man. You know, let's see a couple of these laws, man. Oh shit, Satan's just fucking around today, man. Let's see. Bear with me 1 second, man. Yeah, let's see some of these laws, man. You know. Here we go. Vows, oaths, and swearing. Okay. 203. Law 203 that a man should fulfill whatever he has uttered. And that's according to Deuteronomy chapter 23 and 24. Okay. Now, who can put up their hand and say that, even in anger sometimes you vow to do something, and you're going to tell me that throughout the course of your whole life before you came in the truth, you're going to tell me that every single time you vow to do something, I swear I'm going to do this, or, I swear I'm going to do that, man. Have you kept it every single time? You know, you know. I'm sure we've all gone off on that. What else is there? Not 170, not to do wrong in buying or selling, according to Leviticus 25 and 14. you know, scamming brothers off, scamming people off when you buy and sell. 171, not to make a loan to an Israelite on interest. Oh yeah, brother, I'm gonna give you this, but if you pay it back, you have to give me 10% on top. That's interest, man. That's usury, and you can't put usury upon thy brother, man. You know. If a man say, if you require a man to pay you back, he's gonna have to pay you back exactly what you gave him in the first place, in the first instance. Now you can charge a heathen usury, okay, but to your Israelite brother, there should be no usury, man. You know. Okay. Where else? We can go through all of them, but we'll be here for days, man. But we gotta start getting into the law more often, man. Because we keep the law according to Judges 5 and 11, rehearse the righteous acts. So we're not gonna get it perfect, but we still make an attempt to do it. This is the one I wanted, yeah. How many of us follow this on the Sabbath day, man? Now let's read the verse first of all, then we're gonna get into what it actually means, the word I wanted to get into. Right, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 28. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, unto Marsha, how long refuse ye to keep my commandments and my laws? See for that the Lord Yahweh hath given you the Sabbath. Therefore he giveth you on the 6th day the bread of two. No, that's not. Yeah, there we go. The bread of let me read that again. See, for that the Lord Yahweh hath given you the Sabbath. I thought I was in a different verse. Therefore he giveth you on the 6th day the bread of 2 days. Abide ye every man in his place. Let no man go out of his place on the 7th day. Okay? Because to collect food, will be considered work. To make food, to collect food, How many of you actually rest on the Sabbath day? in terms of staying away from servile work, according to what the scripture have said. You know. In fact, let's go on the word Sabbath. We already know what it means. H7676 is Shabbat. You know. What's it saying here? Day of Atonement, week, pronounce. Nah, that's a weak one, man. I won't put it. Nah. The Shabbat is a day that comes from the word Shabbat comes from the word Shalom, which means rest or peace, man. You know. So you're not meant to be doing any work, serve our work on the day on the Shabbat day or the Shabbat day, man, the Sabbath day. You know. Now, where's the word I want to get at? I just had it. The word there, abide, H3427, Yashab. Okay. And it means to dwell, remain, sit, abide, to sit down, to be set, to remain, stay, to dwell, have one's abode, to cause to sit, to cause to abide, cause to dwell. Okay. So you're meant to be in a peaceful state, man. You're not meant to be busybodying around on the Sabbath day, because that's a day of rest, man. You know. Now you can, in the ancient world, we would go up into the synagogue, which is a dedicated house to the gathering of men, whereby we would read the Torah, have the Sabbath service. There was many like mini synagogues all around. Okay, then you would have the temple, man. Where you would go and give your offering. Okay, that's like the ultimate synagogue, if you will. Like that's the actual house of the Lord, so to speak. But the mini synagogues all around, they were all around Jerusalem, man, all over, man. So it was our custom to go up into the synagogues, hear the reading of the law, go into the temple, hear the teachers. There would be various teachings on the Shabbat, on the Sabbath day, man. But then after that, you would rest, man. It's a day of rest, man. Now the scriptures do speak about how be it that the priests continue in their work on the Sabbath day, because they're doing a righteous work, man. So yeah, if it's the Sabbath day and it happens to be on a day we go to camp, for more, different brothers got a different time, but for the most part we go out on a Saturday, man. Let's just say the Sabbath was on the Saturday, right? Friday evening to Saturday evening, okay? According to the new moon, not that that's the Sabbath all the time, all year round, as some believe. Okay, let's just say the new moon fell on that day, so the Sabbath for that week, for that monthly cycle, will be Friday eve to Saturday evening. Okay. Are we still gonna go out and do the work, or are we gonna say, nah, we ain't going out because we ain't gonna travel all the way to camp to stand there all day? That's work, man. No, man, because first of all, the priesthood was open up to all tribes. Okay, all 12 tribes. Okay, not only Levi anymore, but all the rest of the tribes. So we're a kingdom of priests unto the Lord. And the scriptures talk about the priests continuing in their work on the Sabbath day. Why? Because it's a righteous thing. It's a work unto the Lord. So it's not, that's why the scriptures say servile work, any other thing, like going to work a job, man. If you're working a job on the Sabbath or something else, your brick fence is broken down in your front garden. So you think it's a smart idea, to go and build back up that brick wall, and it's on the Sabbath day, you're going off, man, But if it be in the cause of the work of the Lord, then you continue in that work. That's what the scriptures say. Howbeit the priest continue in the service of the temple on the Sabbath day, continue in the work. Why? Because it's the work unto the Lord. So don't get smart. Oh yeah, I ain't gonna go out if it's a Sabbath. I shouldn't be doing that. It's work. This is the work of the Lord, man. you know. But nonetheless, how many people actually remain in a abode or a peaceful state upon that day, man? That's in the law, man, you know. And yeah, we say keep the law, man, but we don't put our full trust in the law, man. Our full trust is in Yahweh Shai, man, you know, because the law can't save you, man. You know, the law shows you your shortcomings, man, you know. Okay. Another one. Uh, uh, 101. Not to have intercourse with a woman in her menstrual period, according to Leviticus 18 and 19. Now, when a woman finishes her period, her menstrual cycle, she's meant to be unclean for another 7 days after that. How many of you with your women? Now, I don't know fucking answers on that, because what you do with your woman is what you do with your woman, man. You know? But according to the law, you know, it should be a thing that you don't deal with your woman 7 days after she finished. And on the 8th day, in the ancient world, you would offer up a sacrifice, okay? I believe it was of is it a turtle dove or a pigeon or something like that? I gotta go and check it up. I can easily find out. You know, I should know that. But she would offer up a sacrifice for her cleansing, man, and then she'll be clean again. And then she would have to wash her whole body in water and all her clothes, okay, and be unclean until the evening. Then on the end of the 8th day, after the period finished, then her husband can go in onto her again. You know. But how many of you wait the period of 7 and 1 days? Hmm? The law, the law, the law. You know? Acting like the law gonna save you, man. You can't keep the whole law, man. Not on this side, not in these corruptible bodies, not in Esau's kingdom, you know? Ooh, 102. Not to have intercourse with another man's wife, according to Leviticus 18 and 20, man. Okay? Now, if you see a woman, like, hey, man, when I watched the Apostles live stream the other day, I kind of smiled because there's certain things you can relate to, man. You know, like what the Apostles say, like Apostle Tahar said, you know, when you see a nice woman on the street, you be thinking to yourself, man, I hope she's not married. So I can have that or something, man. You know, because why we're slowly conditioning ourselves. The Lord has brought us back into this truth, so we understand that you can't. It's not right to be popping another man's woman, man. Now, if you meet a woman, right, and you get to know her, and you know, however long it takes you to get some, or however long it takes her to give it, all right, and you wind up finding that she's not a virgin, which 99.9%. Alright, damn near 100%. No woman's a virgin out here these days, man. You know, if she above the age of 15, you can forget about it, man. Okay. Now, in this society, man, I ain't advocating that. Don't go for no. Don't go and say, oh, he said you can go for 15-year-olds, man. You'd be a damn fool. Alright. But that's just the reality of things. Okay, women are losing their virginity real early, man. You know. Now, technically, according to the law, is that a bad thing? No, because you're meant to get taken when you're young. But the fact is that every man should have his own. But the point I'm getting at is that if you get with a woman, right, and you get to the sex and then you realize that she's not a virgin, guess what? By the law, she's somebody else's wife. That's not your possession. You're dealing with another man's nakedness, you know? And really and truly, there's some Jake out there that if they have their own woman, all right, they don't, they don't like, yeah, they don't really get off of their own woman. A lot of guys like to, their real kick is getting off with another man's woman. And when you get into it deeper, that's a homosexual spirit, man. You know, the fact that, yeah, nigga, I'm popping your woman. You're not getting off at the woman. You're getting off at the fact that you're popping another man's woman. That means in the back of your head, your focus is another man. That's a homosexual demon, man. For Jake to enjoy popping another man's woman, that is a homosexual demon, man. Okay? That's some faggot shit, man. Just because you in another woman, you think, oh, nah, I'm straight. Nah, man. If you get enough over popping another man's woman, you're really a homosexual, man. And deep down in the back of your mind, right, you're thinking about that man. Yeah, yeah, nigga, I'm with your woman. You ain't thinking about the woman. You ain't thinking about her body. You ain't thinking about anything, man. You deep down in the back of your mind thinking about another man, and that you're popping his woman. That's a homosexual spirit, man. And the majority of Jake suffer from that, man. They got that demon on them. Oh yeah, I'm with this guy's woman, and they like the thrill of it. That's a homosexual demon, man. You know, according to Leviticus 18 and 20, not to have intercourse with another man's wife. Yeah, because from the time that first man pops and breaks the hymen of that that maid, she now becomes his woman. All right, he puts his seed up in her. She now takes on his DNA. That's why the scripture says that a man and woman shall leave their parents and cleave unto one another and become one flesh, because they now share the same DNA, and his spirit is over her, man. You know, that's why when a man's with a woman long enough, all right, they get on so well, man. You know, and if if other people see them as a couple, they're like, yeah, you two gel. You two are like, you're like the same. You're the same. You're the same. Yeah, because you literally are the same. You've now deposited your DNA up in her, man. And I did a video maybe like 3-4 months ago, I don't know, getting into that, man. That when you actually put your seed up in a woman, right, her mental state is taken, her literal mental mind is taken or possessed by your spirit, man. Your DNA resides up in her brain, okay? And it says, when I did that video, that it goes, remnants of your DNA stay in her airways forever, in her mind forever, in her womb forever, and it even resides behind her eyes. And I broke it down in that video that woman now becomes like a clone of you. She now sees through your eyes. She now thinks through your brain. She now produces seed from your seed. She now brings forth child from your seed. Okay? So that woman is now you. You know? You see, sex goes much deeper than, you know, oh, she got a nice ass, you know, the box is tight, she got perky boobs, and she got thick thighs, man. And her skin is soft, you know. Man, there's a spiritual, there's a whole spiritual level to sex, man, and intercourse. Now, we that have come into the truth, we understand that on a low level, but in the kingdom, we go and understand that perfectly, man, and enjoy that perfectly, and bring forth the fruit perfectly, man. Meaning that you ain't gonna have no babies with problems, you know. Women ain't gonna have to cry and be in pain when they're giving birth, you know. Stuff like that, man. You know, but that's a big one that people, even people in the truth, can't keep to that, man. You know, not to have intercourse with another man's wife. But then there you go, screaming the law, the law, the law. Okay? Now, Yahweh Shai took it a step further, breaking down the law, and he said that if a man even thinks, even if he lusts after a woman in his heart, he's committed adultery with her already, man. You know? Now, how many of us can do that, man? You know? I'm guilty of that, man. You know? You see in a nice woman on the street, man, you know. And let's just be honest, we're men. And I ain't gonna get too vulgar and too into it, but you just thinking, man, you know, if I could get my hands on that, what I would not and what I would do to that woman, man, you know. Let's just be honest. But 10 out of 10, she probably got another man, or she's been popped already. So that's another man's woman. But then you lusting after her, okay, and you ain't done it. You ain't physically gone and, you know, gone up in her and stuff, but you just thinking, oh man, if I could, you know. And that's another man's wife. You've already committed adultery in the eyes of the Lord. And Yahweh Shai broke that down. You know. Now what guy out there is gonna say that he don't lust after a beautiful woman when he sees her, man? You know. So all you motherfuckers talking about the law, the law, the law, like the law's gonna get you up in the chariots, man. The law condemns your ass, man. The law condemns all of us, man. The law shows us our shortcomings, and that's in the scriptures, man. That's why we need a savior, man. Well, you talking like the law is it, man. You know, the law is the key to the chariots, man. That's why I did a video, another video I did a couple months ago, maybe, saying that the law is gonna be the reason why a lot of you don't make it, man. The law's gonna be a reason. You know, the law's gonna be the reason why a lot of people end up in the fire, man. That the missiles gonna bring, and the law's gonna bring, man. You know. There's a law also that if a man break into your house and you defend your property and your household and the people therein in the nighttime and you kill him, you know, let's just say you got like a, you know, like a wooden plank or a baseball bat or something, whatever the case may be, you know, and a man break in your house in the nighttime and you end up, you know, fucking his ass up or you kill him, right? You're right, man. You know, you ain't gonna receive the death penalty for killing another man. But if it be in the daytime and it happened and you kill him, then you're at fault also, man. You know, you know. There's also the law of giving 39 stripes for certain offenses, meaning you whip someone with 39 lashes, you know, on the back, okay, for certain offenses. How many of you in your congregations out there, you know, take a brother to the back, you know, or take a sister to the back when they go off, you know, and say, you know, brother, you know, sister, you gotta pull up your top. I gotta give you 39 lashes. How many of you do that, man? You know, or daughters of Zion and men of God talking about the law. You can't pick and choose what laws you want to follow, man. Yo, here, Deuteronomy 18 and 22, not to refrain from putting a false prophet to death, nor to be in fear of him. So if there's a false prophet out there, you're meant to put him to death. Now, if you go and kill somebody, all right, and then Esau gets involved with the, you know, the police, the FBI, the, you know, the whatever the case may be, man. You know, and you say, oh yeah, man, you know, I'm handing myself in, but I killed this guy because according to our law, if you're a false prophet, then we gotta kill you. So yeah, you know, I killed him. Your ass going to prison, man. Okay. You can't keep certain laws in Esau society, man. Just like the Passover, man. We can keep the Passover, but there's certain aspects of the Passover we don't keep. Case in point, any remaining meat, you're meant to burn it, man. Now I dare you, go in your back garden, alright, or wherever you can to a park, that same night, in the night time, start a fire, you know, and burn shit up. They gonna have the local authorities on your ass, man. And then when they come, they're gonna say, what's going on here? He's like, oh yeah, according to the Passover, you know, any leftovers, we can't throw it in the bin, or, you know, we can't, you can't eat it till the next day, we gotta burn it. They gonna put the environmental services on you. You're probably gonna get a fine or a charge. Alright, they probably gonna do a mental psyche evaluation on your ass to see if you're not going do dally, man. Because Esau does not is not a scriptural man. Esau does not have faith. So when you tell Esau, yeah, I'm rehearsing the righteous acts, they go and look at you and see if you need to, go in a mental asylum, man. So what do we do? You may ask, what do we do with the leftovers? Yeah, we throw it in the bin. We're, according to Judges 5 and 11, rehearse the righteous acts. It's a rehearsal, man. We ain't gonna get it patterned down perfect right about now. Anyways, man, that's it. I just want to go through a couple of laws, to show you that, for you people screaming the law, the law, the law, do you keep these ones, man? Anyways, I want to get into some of the miracles of the Lord, man. Because, hey, the scriptures, Yahushua himself said in the scriptures, recorded in the scriptures, that the works that he did, we shall do greater, man. Meaning we gonna do stuff like on that level and even greater, okay? Like Yahushua said to people, get up and walk, your faith has healed thee, or whatever the case may be, or Lazarus come forth and certain stuff like that. Peter's shadow was healing people, man. That's greater works, man. And we gonna do stuff like that when the Lord gives us the spiritual power, man. Now I want to go through this example here. Luke chapter 7 and 1, and it says, Now when he had ended all his sayings and audience of the people, he entered into Capernaum, and a certain centurion's servant who was there unto him was sick and ready to die. Now, by the way, this centurion was a Jake, man. Because just like now, no new thing nothing new under the sun, okay, you had Jake that were up in, Roman ranks, okay? This wasn't no fucking Edomite, man. Because first of all, Edomites don't have faith. So this couldn't have been an Edomite. And second of all, the Lord ain't gonna heal no damn Edomite. So on those two accounts, it proves to you that this man was a Jake. Now we believe that by faith, man. According to what's been given, man. Scripture says faith comes through hearing mode. This is the account that would take Esau's carnal route. When you research it, there were Israelites, that were Israelites by a bloodline that were up in the Roman ranks, man. And when he heard of Yahushua, he sent unto him the elders of the Jews, beseeching him that he would come and heal his servant. And when they came to Yahushua, they besought him instantly, saying that he was worthy for whom he should do this. For he loveth our nation, and he built us a synagogue. So that Jake, man, he even though he was like a commoner, he was on the side of the Romans, so to speak. He was up in Esau's realm and rank, He still remembered, who the hell he was, so to speak, man. And he loved his people nonetheless, and he built them a synagogue, which is a house of worship, man, for gathering of men. Then Yahushua went unto them, and when I say that, children and women were there, but, the majority of people in the synagogue were, the men were there at the forefront, man, Then Yahushua went with them, and when he was not far from the house, the centurion sent friends to him, saying unto him, Lord, or other one, trouble not thyself, for I am not worthy that thou shouldst enter under my roof. This man's, displaying great humility and faith. Wherefore neither thou I myself worthy, though I myself worthy to come unto thee, but saying a word, and my servant shall be healed. So he's saying, listen, man, I'm not even worthy for you to come in my house, and I'm not even worthy to come to you, but, just say the word, and I know that he'll be healed. That is faith, man. Now, that proves to you that couldn't have been an Edomite, because Edomites are not a faith-based people, For I am a man set under authority, having under me soldiers, and I say unto one, Go, and he goeth, and to another, Come, and he cometh, unto my servant, do this, and he doeth it. When Yahushua heard these things, he marveled at him, and turned him about, and said unto the people that followed him, I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. So this here you have an Israelite who's up in Esau's world, in Esau's ranking, that's displaying more faith than Israelites that claim to be, you know, somewhat, for lack of a better term, religious. You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I ain't gonna get into it too tough, but if you can understand what I'm saying through the spirit, man, that's why, you know, the higher up is how we make it. But in the chariots, man, there's gonna be a great surprise, man, as to who made it and who didn't, man. We can only do the work and pray to the Lord sincerely that we're a part of that number, man. And they that were sent returning to the house found the servant whole that had been sick, and it came to pass the day after he went into a city called Nain, and many of his disciples went with him, and much people. So the Lord said, listen, man, I ain't seen faith like that, man. That's some next level faith, man. That's a next level type of faith. And when the servants went back, that servant which was sick unto death was healed and made whole, man. Hey, because when the time comes, man, Jacob's trouble, there's gonna be diseases, sicknesses all around, people dropping dead. The Lord gonna give us that power, man, whereby we ain't going get sick, so to speak. We ain't gonna get hungry. The scripture says, my servant shall eat, man. John chapter 2. The third day there was a marriage in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Yahushua was there. And both Yahushua and his disciples and both Yahushua was called and his disciples to the marriage. Okay. So there was a wedding feast, and the Lord and his disciples were there, man. And when they wanted wine, the mother of Yahushua said unto him, they have no wine. Yahushua saith unto her, woman, what have I to do with thee? Mine hour is not yet come. Yeah, because Yahushua, he hadn't started proclaiming that he is Hamashiach, the Messiah, and he, hadn't fully started the ministry, for the time wasn't come. Okay, not that he was lazy or anything, his time wasn't come, but Mary knew, okay. So how Judah is, man, and Benjamin, man, always trying to big up their children or get their children to do stuff. Come do this for me, man. Come do this for me. Come do that. Come do this. Or when their children have a little something, or accomplish a little something, they want to boast about that. That's how Mary was. Yeah. No wine. No, my son, man. Let me go call him. Let me go speak to him. You got to envision the scriptures, man. That's why Yahushua said, woman, what have I to do with thee? And that's how Yahushua was austere, man. Look how he was talking to his own mother, man. Woman. Man. Oh, man. Mine hour is not yet come. His mother saith unto the servants, whatsoever he saith unto you, do it. So she didn't even address that. She just still went ahead with it. So the Lord was like, okay. Alright then. And there were 6 water pots of stone, after the manner of the purifying of the Jews, containing 2 or 3 firkins apiece. Yahushua said unto them, fill the water pots with water, and they filled them up to the brim. And he said unto them, draw out now, and bear unto the governor of the feast, and they bare it. And when the ruler of the feast had tasted the water that was made wine, and knew not whence it was, but the servant which drew the water knew. The governor of the feast called the bridegroom, and said unto him, Every man at the beginning doth set forth good wine, and when men have well drunk, then which is worse, but thou hast kept the good wine until now. Because, yeah, you want to give the best of the wine, when people are sober, so they enjoy it, they like the taste of it, and when you get nice off the good wine. And then when everybody's well drunk, and feeling nice, all right, okay, some people even get drunk, then you drink the less, the wine of a lower grading, the worse wine, the not so good wine. But because of the situation, it was upside down. They gave the bad wine, and that wine probably was good, but just not as good as the wine of the Lord, man. You know, that would have been some next level wine, you know. And that's what Yahushua did, man. He ain't do no big thing. Hey, man, just fill the water pots of water and then take some out and give it to him, you know. And that spiritual power turned that water into wine, man. So much so that the governor of the feast said, "Damn, that's some bad wine, man." You know. The next one, Matthew 14 and 13. When Yahushua heard of it, he departed thence by the ship into a desert place apart. And when the people heard thereof, they followed him on foot. In fact, I want to jump down, man. I want to jump down. Yeah, here we go. Verse 19. He said, Bring them hither to me, the story of the 5 loaves and 2 fishes. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and looked up to heaven. He blessed, Baraka lacham, blessed the bread and the fish, and gave the loaves to the disciples, and the disciples to the multitude. And they did all eat and were filled, and it took up of the fragments that remained 12 baskets full. So after all the people were filled, there were still 12 baskets full. And that's a spiritual number, that there was 12 baskets full. And they that had eaten were about 5,000 men, besides women and children, because in the ancient world, you don't really count women and children, They're somewhat irrelevant to statistics, man. A woman comes under her man's household, likewise the children. So you just count the men, and you have a rough estimate of who the hell's there, man. But there was 12 baskets full, and the Lord just blessed the bread, and it was multiplied, and the bread and the fish, man. Which was a common meal back then. And you know what? That's still a badass meal, man. You know. There's certain meals that hit the spot, man. Like if you cook, the certain type of fish you cook, you bake some bread, have that with some soup or something. Benjamin does that, man. That's a badass meal, man. And the Lord did that and fed all of them with the bread and the fish, man. And if the Lord did that for 5,000 people, and the scriptures say that, a lot of people followed him for the food, not for the message, man. So how much more is the Lord gonna feed the elect, man? That's why we ain't gotta worry about stacking up on food and stuff. And Jacob trouble, we need to have canned food and ration. Nah, man, the Lord gonna take care of us, man. Was it not the bird that brought food to Elijah for 3 months? The doing of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakah Kodash, man. So we gotta have faith in the Lord, man. Because these miracles are just nothing but displays of spiritual power, man. Matthew 14 and 22. And straightway Yahweh constrained his disciples to get into a ship and to go before him unto the other side. Now, I just want to get to the point, man. Verse 25. And in the 4th watch, which was like, when is the 4th watch, man? I don't know. I think it's around 3 a.m. Early hours of the morning, I believe. I need to go and check that up, man. I should know that. But yeah, the 4th watch, I believe that's early hours of the morning, man. And the 4th watch of the night, Yahushua went unto them walking on the sea. So Yahushua, he came to the disciples on the sea, man, walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is a spirit. They were thinking it's a demon, man, and cried out for fear. But straightway Yahushua spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. You know, the Lord was showing them his spiritual power, man. You know, walking on water and stuff, and then Peter walked on water also, man, in that account. Daniel chapter 3. I don't want to read the whole thing, man, but when you get into it, you know, the three Hebrew boys, as they call them, you know, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. But when you get into their actual names, it's Hananiah, Mishael, and what's the other one? It escapes me right now, man. You know, but Daniel and the other guys, man, they refused to bow down to the image, and they were thrown in the fiery furnace. You know, but the scripture says that there was a fourth man in the fire, man. You know, that's a lesson, man. The fourth man in the fire. Shit, I'm gonna do a lesson on that. But yeah, man, the fourth man in the fire was like unto the Son of Man, and they didn't die, man. They weren't burned up, and the scripture says there was no smell of fire on them. You know, their clothes weren't frayed, they weren't burnt. They were cool, calm, and collected, man. Because the Lord came to their rescue, man. You know, the Lord made it that the elements, they'll be in the fire, but the elements didn't make them sweat. The elements didn't burn them. The elements didn't kill them. You know, because that spiritual power is complete control, understanding, and manipulation of the elements, man. You know, on the right hand side. And we gonna get this spiritual power, man, when the Lord sees fit, man. But anyways, you know, so like I was all over the place. I just wanted to touch on a couple things. Hence why it's called various topics, man. But bottom line, man, you know, the Lord gonna give us spiritual power when the time's right. And that's why we have trust in him, you know. Yeah, we keep the law, but we don't have trust in the law, man. Because the law can't save us, Yahweh Shai.